Recording in progress.
There we go. All right. Is everybody ready already?
Yeet.
Yep.
All right, I'll take that as a yes. Let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. Snow White was in the bathtub, and she was feeling sleepy. So she got out of the bathtub and felt dopey instead. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. I think you guys are too, so let's not waste a whole lot more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. Warming up in the bullpen. The other day, he got fired from the Rolex factory after spending the last few months developing a 50-hour watch for them. Yeah, apparently they didn't appreciate the extra hours he put in. It's Biffed by Adam West. What's the word, dude? That was a terrible fucking joke. I'm sorry.
Man. How you doing? Nothing like kicking off the show with dirty Disney jokes.
It's got to happen once or twice.
Hey, come on. There's no one more wholesome than Snow White.
That's right.
Until I found this website where it got ugly.
Oh, honey. Are you on Rule 34?
There are some deep and dark places in the interweb.
Yes, they are.
That you may never want to go back to.
I wouldn't know where those places are. All right, welcome to the show. Next up, he's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. The other day, he came home and his wife was having some friends over. He said, "Hey, honey, I was thinking we could have a foursome, but only if you're up to it." He ran upstairs, took his clothes off. He ran back down with his dick in his hand. You know what? I fucked this whole thing up. It's just Retpmus. It's just fucking Retpmus.
Aww.
I know. The joke was supposed to be you ran downstairs to find all the women holding golf clubs in their hands. See, foursome, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, it was terrible, and
golf.
Right, golf. That was the joke, right? And I fucked it. I actually miswrote it, so it's my fault. I'm sorry, dude.
I think the years of you doing this, one fuck up is fine.
Yeah, and to use
one
the golf
fuck up
reference, you're more than welcome to a mulligan.
A second fuck up though, and your head is on a spike.
Right.
Yeah.
Be careful.
We won't let it slide again.
Wally's.
Right. All right.
Don't fuck up Wally's because he's.
I won't fuck. Yeah, Wally's. I don't want to fuck him up. Let's go. Let's move on. Let's move on. Welcome to the show today, pal.
Thanks.
Joining me today, she told me she was reading the other day that you have to turn your headlights on when it's raining in Sweden. Then she asked me, how the fuck am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden? It's the lovely and talented DCL Junk. How are you today, Miss Junk?
Great. Thank you so much.
I didn't fuck that one up.
That's right.
It's all right. Either way, right? Well, thanks for being on with us today.
I heard a great AB type joke the other day.
Did you?
I'll say last night AB was so lonely he put peanut butter on his dog's balls.
Oh, honey.
Oh my God.
That's a jaw dropper.
That's funny.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
It's not yours.
Chris Fairbanks is
Chris
the comic who said it.
Oh, he's a sharp guy. You should lift it. You should totally lift that.
No.
All right.
Miss Junk has her own material. She doesn't need to lift anyone's.
Well, right.
Welcome to the show, Miss Junk.
I only lift other people's things in my own time.
There you go. Next up, he's the gangster of ganja. His wife was super pissed when she found out he was having sex with prostitutes behind her back. He said, "Don't blame me. I wasn't getting enough from you." She yelled, "Yeah, but I didn't know you were willing to pay for it." It's Sekju. Welcome, sir.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I think you're on mute, buddy. Is Sekju on mute?
Yep, I can't
hear.
I
can't hear a thing he's saying. He must have unplugged himself. There he goes.
There we go. Is it fixed?
There you go. Yep.
Oh, shit. I don't know. It's just, I fucking got a
we can hear you.
In my damn headset thing here.
Hi,
everybody.
When I wave my hands, you're supposed to mute yourself. Not
My bad. I have to review the cues next time. Better.
Yeah, no.
I am the high one. You know, it's more prone to mistakes.
We are off to a rousing start here on today's episode.
Thanks for having me, though.
Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Right on, man. Welcome to the show. Everybody knows this next All-Star. He went down to his local gym and asked the trainer what type of machine he should use to get the best looking dates. The trainer said the ATM outside. It's Tewty. Welcome to the show, pal.
Oh, man. If only the ATM would help me out.
Right? That would solve a lot of
people
people's problems.
Unfortunately.
Right? Good grief. Well, sorry about the insult and welcome to the show, pal.
It's okay.
Finally, our very special All-Star making his debut on the main show. He told me that weightlifting really changed his life. He dropped 50 pounds. He dropped 50 pounds straight onto his foot, and now he can barely walk. Give it up for the Doctor of DC. It's Wally Ball. Welcome to the show, pal.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate being here. Appreciate it. And I probably just go home now because I've been roasted by the AB, so my DCO career is pretty much complete.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put that on the list of things to do before you die. That's not a bucket list item for me. Anybody can get that, by the way. If you want to send me $5, I'll get on video and just shoot you a roast. How about that? Maybe I can make an entrepreneurial thing about this. I can
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I won't
maybe
do that.
that'll get your OnlyFans kickstarted.
That's right. That's my OnlyFans page.
All right,
anyways.
guys, am I high as fuck, or what is going on with DCL Junk screen right now? Is that only on mine?
No, it's
No.
there's a moo
Okay,
cow.
okay, all right. So okay,
It's-
I mean,
it's
I am
totally
high as fuck.
fine.
Let's not, no doubt about it. But
Oh.
okay, there we go. Ooh, that was fucked with me for a second. Oh, it just popped up there, and it was like, was that a cow? What the hell was that?
The listening audience, we're all on video, even though you
Yeah.
guys
I
don't
really
get to
would have
see it.
loved
So
it if you guys,
we see funny stuff that you don't see.
if you guys would have played along, it would have been great.
Sorry.
What are you,
Why?
what are you talking,
What are you talking about, man?
Fine.
I wanted it to be Sekju, like really thinking he was so high that he was seeing things.
Oh, like yeah, straight up like NPH style and Harold and Kumar. I wish I could get that high. I've tried.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well, we all have aspirations to live for in life, right? Oh, boy. Well, welcome, one and all. I'm so glad you all are here. Biff, I want to say something to you really quick, pal. Thank you for inviting me to watch the Royal Rumble event with you last night. I had a very good time. I didn't expect to have such a good time. I haven't watched WWE programming in probably 4 years. It's been that long. I mean, I just gave up on it. I'm like, I'm a big lifelong wrestling fan, a big lifelong wrestling geek. Not accounting from the stuff that I've done in the business myself, but it was just amazing to watch again. And I want to thank you because it really made me feel good. So shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, and you as well. Like that was a lot of fun because like even in times where I'm not into wrestling, the Royal Rumble's a must see for me every year.
Yeah.
Just because it's the 1 to 30, it's you never know who's going to come out next. And me and AB had a nice little DC figure bet on the match where I got all the odd people. So the guy that came out first, came out third, came out fifth, and winner take all. And he had all the evens. And it came down to the last 7 people, and there were 6 people that came out with an odd number and 1 person left that came out with an even number. And I'll give you one guess as to who won the bet. So it was a ton of fun, and it was a blast.
Victory is mine. That's what they say. Anyways,
So what figure did you win?
I don't know yet.
I tried so hard. What was in my head, because he told me you pick it, so I went straight to the figuretoycompany.com and I was like, I know exactly what I'm doing, and this is going to cost more than I had promised, but I knew what was perfect, and it was a 3-pack of the Wonder Twins and Gleek.
Oh wow!
Man.
And I got to the website and it just said sold out.
Oh.
And I was like, you guys suck. So I had to do so AB doesn't know yet, so we'll leave it up to his, until he opens it up. I did the best I could, but I had the perfect one in mind and it just didn't work out.
Well, I'm sure whatever it is, I'm going to appreciate it and treasure it forever. It will take place on my source wall behind me, and maybe I should do the unboxing on the show or something. Maybe that's not a good audio. That's more for visual. Maybe we'll make a video.
Once again, it's like
Right.
Sekju talking about DCL junk having a cow head.
Right. Yeah.
You can always put that up as
not very impactful on audio.
You can always put that as the screenshot, AB.
Yeah, no, and I think I will. You know, when I get it, I'm not sure when it'll get here, but I'll post it. I'll put it up there. I'll let everybody know what a handsome and powerful and attractive man Biff is. All right. All right. Are we done screwing around? Maybe we should get into some DCL. All right. Let's talk a little bit about raids. They were so easy this time around, or at least from what I hear. I mean, they were easy enough for me, but how about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say earliest finish I've ever had. Well, earliest 500 milestone.
That's what she said.
500 million milestone 70. Yeah, that might have been what she said too.
Oh.
I hit that milestone and I passed the fuck out. So yeah, it fits. It fits.
That's terrible. Your poor wife.
Yeah, it was incredibly easy. I started my solos, reset Friday night and was done with my 500 mil by Saturday, at 1 in the afternoon.
About the time I finished.
When did the rest of you finish? Did Whitty finish? I think she did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I started probably about 10 p.m. Friday, and then finished yesterday so basically 1 day of play, but I did it straight. So I would say probably 14 hours worth of play straight.
You did it in 1 day?
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Because Retpmus doesn't sleep.
Jesus.
Well, the first 2 days really don't count.
Nah.
I mean, I think I had the highest first day total I ever had, because I saw day one. I've never seen that many drops of a legendary ever.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was way above the norm. Like normally, if you get one spawned and one steal, you're lucky. And by the way, points don't matter on day one and day two. It just get into the top tier of people. Go back to the episode we did on raid efficiency, and it'll really give you a good idea of just how to stay where you need to stay without using too much energy.
Yeah. Now I've only got a visual of Retpmus on the sofa in his underwear in the dark with a phone and some candy wrappers and chips all over him.
It's like, remember that Burt Reynolds pose in Playgirl where he's on like a rug or something like that?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't that like an iconic thing? I think that's what I picture.
With the whitey
on the bearskin rug.
That's right.
I'll
By the
never
fireplace.
I'll never forget the first time I opened a Playgirl by accident.
Then he says
that just showed you the difference in bodies of men and women. It's just
I've never actually seen one. I've never.
Oh God, yeah, they exist.
There.
Yeah,
that's a
I
real
don't know
thing.
if you can see this or not, but this is how I do it.
Oh, nice.
Retpmus is showing us a video of
yeah. See, there's you guys
showing us a video of his Zoom. Okay, there we go.
and there's how I play right here.
Just so you know what do it was, Since we were coming out of the Playgirl discussion, we just want to clarify.
Right.
Yeah, naked men are not as good at visual as naked women, regardless of what you're into.
Yeah, if you're listening, what Retpmus was showing us was a lot of German porn. It was like really dark. it was like next level. Like I didn't know people did that sort of thing, but yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's a small niche.
Right.
Is the word for that? Is the word for that Shizer?
He's used like that.
Everyone's used to Retpmus taking you to church. He just took us to a very dark place.
Oh.
I was showing my
Lord.
screens.
Exactly. I know.
Never share your screens, people. Never share your screens.
He was showing us his browser history too, and oof.
Eesh. Jeez, and I thought Snow White doing it was dark.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think maybe one of these weeks I need to take a break. I think it's a little much for people. I'm better in small doses.
No, you're not.
No.
Oh no.
No,
You're better
fine
right here.
Yep.
We love you.
I might not joke around that much like you guys do, but I'm so used to it because that's how I've been. I've been around people like that all my life. So
What, German porn stars?
exactly.
That's great.
No, but back to Raid.
Yeah, let's get back to Raids.
I think like the one I was using was Dark Side, Dawnstar, Stitch, and Hippolyta for the green ones, and it's just
Right.
like, I mean, it was like I could basically do one solo most of the time, but usually by the last 30 seconds, other people would join in because they auto share it. But yeah, super easy.
Who was your fourth that you said there?
Hippolyta.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
I've-
fun. This is the first raid I haven't used her at all.
Yeah, and I
I'm
didn't even
wondering-
need her. I found out, but yeah.
Right below Sekju's picture where you said you almost made it for the points to like one solo of the boss, I put a picture up where I soloed it right afterwards.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 299 and like
yeah.
yeah.
And I used Dark Side, Spectre, Dawnstar, and Superwoman.
Okay.
And I just auto battled everything. I never switched teams. I just left that for every single match all night long.
nice.
Just kept
See,
hitting the button.
That's
It's not the
That's
bad
so
way to
good.
go.
Yeah.
when you don't even have to take up 3 slots.
Yep. Just one slot and I was done because Spectre would ramp up and Superwoman would ramp up and Dawnstar just constantly did her thing. And everybody got to attack twice, because of Dark Side. So it was fairly easy. I was so drained like the first 2 days. I was just so happy I was able to do it yesterday.
Well, we're glad you could
First
do it
2 days,
yesterday too.
You
but
don't get very far anyway.
no,
Right.
14 hours. I still can't get over that. I can't do anything for 14 hours. I can't sleep for 14 hours. Good grief.
I wish I could sleep for 14 hours.
You and me both.
my dog this morning. Oh, what a treat he was. He decides when I'm going to get up.
Hmm.
So he gives the big
He's telling
and
you it's time to get up.
then if that doesn't wake me up, he sits on my face.
Yeah, no, I've got a furry alarm clock
And I was
myself.
like-
Yep.
That's the kind of porn that Retmus is watching.
Yeah. That's
I was waiting for you to say that because that's exactly what I thought. I was just like, yep, here it comes.
by the way, Miss Junk, you'll know what comedian said this. It's a game I like to call. It's called Pinocchio. You sit on my face, I tell lies. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
Is that-
I'm guessing it's dice
Yeah,
because
Andrew
because the
Dice.
way you were
Yeah.
speaking. That's, yeah.
I gave you a little Brooklyn.
Yeah, a little bit. Little Long Islands.
My God. Well, okay, I guess we'll talk about some DC again.
We're gonna get there eventually.
We're gonna get there.
I
So-
tried to bring it back. I swear to God.
You see,
I know, yeah.
You see what raids does to people,
Raids.
though?
It makes everybody go loopy.
It just makes everyone goofy.
I know.
Mhm.
I know.
I was just
Especially when
happy
you-
I finally got to use my fucking dead man. He hasn't done shit in a while, and I got to throw him in on my blue team for today, and he's been kind of fun. I got to
I've
say,
been using them all raid.
yeah,
Oh, nice.
he's a good time.
And by the way, no one posted that in our alliance chat. I saw Witty posted earlier this morning. I'm like, dead man. What the hell just happened?
I'm the one that told Witty, and I did post it in the Alliance chat.
Okay, well,
I
see,
always
I'm not-
respond. Anytime anyone asks, what are you using? I always respond. It might be a couple hours late because I'm busy destroying bosses, but I'll always respond.
Yeah, I didn't
Eventually.
see. I didn't. Dead man never came across
Yeah.
my my mind this time.
You
So-
wouldn't have liked him as much anyway because he worked better on manual runs. Just because it,
Oh,
it,
God.
it was
Oh,
so
fuck.
much better if you told
Then
him
just
to
fuck
call
off.
Dark
You're
Side.
talking manual.
Well, he still works fine on auto too. It's just
no,
that
no.
when you
no.
can make RB5 Dark
As soon as
Side
I hear
punch-
manual, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I
That was a-
did the Constantine Saint Walker raid like 3 years ago on manual, and that was enough to put me off manual raids ever.
I feel like that was one of the problems with Harley Quinn being a 5-star because her second move is always like have someone else attack. It's like I don't want you almost had to manual her just to get her to only attack.
Wow.
But with Dawnstar it didn't matter. Like it was you're breezing through it no matter what.
I actually had to reach out to our Alliance chat because when these bugs come in, I'm probably the least phased by them out of everyone. And I had no idea what the Dawnstar bug was. I didn't even know what it was. I knew it existed, but I didn't know what it was. And I had to go to the Alliance chat. I'm like, hey, listen, could someone just quickly explain this Dawnstar bug? Because I just saw Quite Vexing hit one time for $46 million in damage on crit. And next time she critted did 2.5 million.
Wow.
I said, someone tell me what this Dawnstar is doing, because that's some weird stuff. So it was explained to me, and now I get it. Now I understand the bug.
Well, bugs may make our lives easier now, but once they fix them, boy, watch out. Watch out. Speaking of which, I think they put a notice out on Reddit that they were going to do some bug fixes. Enchantress got her bug fixed. I can't remember what else, but I guess that's positive step in the right direction, but we won't talk much more about that. Let's talk more about the reworks. And I want to get into the reworks here because our special guest, Mr. Wally Ball, is a huge fan of the Stripe. He's Mr. Stripe USA. What do you know much about the lore? If you want to fill us in a little bit about that and take us in, and then give us a little bit more about Stripe. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about the lore.
Oh, sure. No, I'm not putting you on the spot. No,
I'm not
sorry.
the lore king by any means.
No, I'm not putting you on the spot.
I just know that in the early days, he fought Nazis, and just a normal guy in a robotic suit just fucked people up, which was awesome.
Yeah. Pat
but
Dugan.
You go ahead.
No, I was Pat Dugan was the name, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And isn't he the stepfather of Stargirl?
He is. Yes, he is. And actually, if you watch Stargirl, the show, they do a really good job on that show of kind of portraying that relationship.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting dynamic because on that show, she's obviously the lead and he's, the sidekick. He's never gotten out of that sidekick role, and it's kind of funny to watch that dynamic play out.
Yeah,
and
he's okay with that.
Yeah, he's surprisingly okay with it. They couldn't have got a better guy to do it than Luke Wilson, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just for likability factor alone, but so now your Stripe has been reworked, and the reworks have dropped. Is that correct already? I think I'm right. Yeah. What do you think about the way they reworked Mr. Stripe there, Mr. Wally?
I actually love the way they reworked him. They didn't really touch his 1 through 4. They gave it tweaks. He's still, a red striker with a crazy health bar, and they gave him multiple ways to get turn meter up. Is he plug and play? No. I would say he doesn't have the damage that like a Connor has by any means. But like I said, he is all about attacking, doing multiple attacks. He has call assist in his kit, and it's all about getting him overhealed as soon as possible. Right. Like leaders, Enchanty is a great number 1 lead for him because it puts him in the overheal right away. And it's like I said, as soon as he's overhealed, like that ignition is turned and he is going. He gets 30%, turn meter up on his basic, and he does his basic twice when he's overhealed. He calls assist on his second with overheal, and then his 3 he does even more turn meter up to himself. And then I love that they didn't change his 4, and they kind of gave him they tweaked the legendary where they said gain 30% overheal each time an ally shields him, which is pretty cool because that puts him. You can put him on a lot of teams with that because everybody shields now or gives out shields, so you can get him going that way. And then they changed his 5th a lot, but I really like the way they did his 5th. It's 70% chance to gain 4 hit chance ups and 30% turn meter up if an enemy gets a buff on their turn. So that's another way to get turn meter up when the other team is buffing. Everybody buffs obviously, so. He's going to go and go and go. As long as you get him overhealed, he's going to be a monster for you guys. Yeah. I would say, for the kind of mid to low tier players, if you don't have or if you have very few like striking reds, he's good. He's good for you. He's gonna just turn and burn. Just get him overhealed, and he's going. He's off and running. And also like that.
Does he overheal himself at all?
He does. So like his 2, if you do his 2, he has 30% overheal by himself. So if you can't get your teammates to overheal him, he can do it himself too. So he can get off running that way. So he can get overhealed in many different ways, and that's what I like about his kit a lot. And the fact that it's 2 is legendary. I'm sorry, his 5th is legendary. Again, if he's overhealed, purge all his bleeds and diseases, which kind of helps in this current meta we're in. So I love the kit. I love it a lot.
Someone said that the 3 was supposed to do heavy damage and it wasn't really hitting that hard. Do you find that or not really? I know, yeah.
His damage. So I'm trying to scale it back because mine's RB5 obviously. So I'm trying to scale it back. But like it's kind of erratic. Sometimes it'll take out all the blues and the reds will be, he'll reduce red's health bar to the red. And then sometimes it won't do as much. So it just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I wouldn't say it's heavy damage all the time, I guess. But his 2, that does really good damage. Yeah, he one shots blues easily, and then I've had him one shot, overhealed reds with that too.
Wow. I forget, does he have True Sight or no?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Do you think, is there anyone in the upcoming siege that has synergy with him that would make him a valuable? Because like right now I'm getting to a point where I only have a certain amount of characters that are L4 and he's one of them, and I'm debating whether to bring up other ones or him to L5. And I just don't know any synergy in siege bonus.
Black Lightning would help.
Black Lightning screams synergy, right?
Yeah.
Well, I no, but okay, yeah. So Black Lightning is a healer.
What are the other siege characters? I don't even know.
The bonus 4 are Cyclone, Black Canary, Catwoman, and Kyle Rayner White Lantern. None of which have any kind of overheals, but Kyle and Cyclone can give a damage immunity and keep him in an overhealed state. But yeah, Black Lightning is probably going to be your biggest synergy in this siege.
Yeah, I completely agree. I will say this though, with this kit, I love that in his old kit, he was able to gain strength ups. They took that out, put hit chance up. So sometimes, I like to put on Coda with him just to give him more strength ups, and he really fucks people up with that.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel that.
Nice. So you guys brought up Black Lightning. Let's talk about him. He's the next on the rework. How much has he improved? Is he viable again? It sounds like his heal properties have improved greatly. Is that a true statement?
He's quicker.
Significantly? He's quicker?
Oh,
he does a lot more damage. He heals a lot better.
Right.
And he heals more often because it's
nice.
now an out of turn thing, which is amazing. I feel like I've always wanted Black Lightning to be competitive with Lex as far as heals go, and it finally feels like he is. Like, you don't need Lex on your team if you want an off-lead healer. You can do that with Black Lightning, and I think that's pretty awesome. His basic also slaps, like it hits really hard. And mine's only RB1 right now, so like it's not really that different from L5. I'm very much so enjoying him.
Very nice.
Witty actually posted a video that said that Black Lightning could be viable as a non-bonus raid character.
I think that had.
Did she say that, or am I putting words in?
No. I think what Woody was saying was just that he will work next raid pretty efficiently.
Okay, as a bonus,
assuming everything stays in place with Dawnstar and they don't correct her issues.
Yes,
then he will be a significantly useful bonus. I think based on the speed at which he ramps and her, attributes making him that much better.
Okay.
I don't know
I
that
do
Woody
remember
was
her
trying to
saying
suggest
if Dawnstar,
every time.
Yeah.
Right. I think
okay.
Dawnstar's.
I do remember her saying if Dawnstar wasn't fixed. I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
He grants himself intelligence ups pretty quickly, which is nice. And then they really boosted the percentage on his "if I get hit, you get stunned" thing, which used to never fucking proc, and now it feels like it procs 90% of the time instead of the 65 that it says it is. And honestly, I'm good with that. Especially since it's a passive stun, so it doesn't trigger anybody's like other passives, like who out there. Is it Connor that gets strength ups anytime someone's stunned or something like that?
Yeah.
That won't trigger Connor, which is really nice as well. Or like Hot Girl's turn meter or stuff like that. So it's nice. It's like a slightly good defensive thing, and then he also heals right afterwards. So it's a very good defensive ability. He's very, very good. I don't like that his heal only purges debuffs from the target. That kind of annoys me because it's like it's only 4 debuffs, and with as many debuffs as there are with Cheshire and Trigon, it's like, why don't we get 4 for everybody? You know, that'd be nice, but it's okay. It is what it is. The heal's really strong.
So now here's my next question: how do they work against the current meta? Are they viable against the meta, or are they not viable against the meta still? That's the real trick.
Hey, so I will say with Stripe, I've had him go through Cheshire's evasions somehow, some way, and I did his double tap. And, you know, he had a whole stack of hit chance ups, and he ended up doing his double tap against Cheshire and wiped her out. So that was cool.
I haven't seen that yet. Like, I've tried that.
One time.
One time. She stacks them so quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Stripe can stack his hit chance ups as quickly as she can stack evasion ups. And also the fact that his bleeds and diseases only go away if he's overhealed is kind of annoying, because if his allies have disease and shit, they're gonna take him below that overheal level pretty quickly. And then he's a sitting duck at that point. But he does stack hit chance ups pretty quickly, and outside of Cheshire and maybe Cassandra Kane, he could probably hit anyone he wants to.
Nice.
So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, it sounds like they did you a solid and gave you some viable tunes again.
Maybe viable at RB5.
Well, okay. Everything is viable.
We'll have to get some L5 opinions. But
yeah,
I don't think he's terrible. I think he's pretty good. He's an improvement for sure. And I haven't used him with Stargirl yet, but the you get overhealed if an ally shields you thing was a direct homage to Stargirl. So I was like, perfect.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And even Alan Scott, I mean, he can, like I said, he can be on any team that gives out shields.
Right. Yeah. And they did a good job with that. Like they gave him the homage to Stargirl while not giving it a direct, like, if he's on a team with Stargirl, quotation mark thing, like Hawk and Dove are, it's more widely ranged.
Or Desaad and
yeah.
Darkseid.
Right.
Like I like that a lot more, where you just have the synergy without forcing the synergy.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like
they did a really good job.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Sec.
I was just going to say, with the Sod and Darkseid, though, that move is so powerful. I kind of like that the two of them have to be bundled together to get the fact that it strips, stuns, and applies, buff immunity. That's a lot to handle at once.
Oh, no.
So I do like that one requires them to be together. But yeah, it would be nice if Hawk and Dove didn't have to be together, since together they're not that great together. Like,
yeah, when you have to put 2 reds together on one team for synergy, that's difficult. Like 2 specific reds.
right.
Because I think that's the point of what Wally's talking about with Stripe. It's reds are tough to crack my lineup, because there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
A good Mystic coming out, that has a lot better chance to to have a slot than another good red, because there's just so many.
Yeah. What about Batgirl? She's a red. Would you slot him in with her?
I would not.
No. Okay. I'm just checking. I want to make sure the integrity of
I have a lot of red synergies with Batgirl.
I just want to make sure your integrity.
That's what the hard part is.
Yeah.
It's like that's why when a Mystic or an energy evasion complementary Char comes out, I run to them because it's nice to have other ones, which is why, I could use a Siren sail. I could use an Eclipso sail. And by the way, WB, if you give me an Eclipso sail, don't give me the 20 to 40 limit 5 bonanza you gave me last time. Give me something I can work with.
Well, they got to make you climb the hill, right? This is a treadmill for a reason.
At least they gave me John Ken. They gave me the sail that got him to RB5.
Sure.
I am absolutely ecstatic. I have 3 more RB5s I'm working towards that in the last 8 months have not gotten any sales. So I'm hoping they will all be there shortly, which are Scarecrow, Eclipso, because I don't count the 20 to 40 limit 5 bullshit, and Siren. So that's my wish list.
I'm a little annoyed right now because I had a very solid plan. Like I was like, okay, I'm going after one-shotters right now. I'm like, I just finished Batwoman up, and Dami Mommy is next on the list with Granny Goodness, and I was like, fuck, this Black Lightning is so good though, and I would love to rebirth him a little bit more. So I'm in a pickle right now, and I hope March doesn't fuck me with another amazing rework of people I love, but we'll see. We'll see.
Are you guys, is there anyone that you're looking at in the Alliance shop or the Red Alerts this month, since they changed those both up?
They put some really good characters in there, like Aqua Girl.
Batgirl's in there. I'm getting her.
Batgirl's in. Mm-hmm. So go get your Batgirl. By the way, RB5 Batgirl here, still eating them up like candy every time she shows up.
That's one I was buying, but I wasn't sure if there's anyone else.
RB6 or bust, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Are you buying those extra shards, Biff? Just curious. Okay.
Are you actually going to participate in Alliance Points days?
Alliance Points? I always participate. I participate
I think
every
he
day.
doing a 1500.
Yeah, when he puts the flag
up. No, fuck that. No, never.
When the 2D signal goes into the sky.
By the way, don't look for it tonight when Raids ends. When Raids ends, doing PvE day.
Unless it's like Black Adam or Black Flash or someone with a resetting AoE kind of thing, then I'll take the break.
No,
if we get 4 AoEs, I'll be like, all right, everybody's getting to 1500.
By the way, the one thing you get,
6 of us
you get from me,
Tewty.
One thing you get from me is daily Alliance points. You don't get the meaty 1500s, the thousands, but you get I like to be in the solid end of the curve, which is nice 300 points every day.
Did you hear that? Biff likes the meaty end of the curve.
300. Funny.
The solid meaty end.
A little curve.
Solid meaty end of the curve.
Solid meaty end. Not just the regular meaty end, the solid meaty end.
The meaty curve is getting back to that German porn.
Isn't that called Peyronie's disease?
Yes.
By the way, there is a commercial on the radio about Peyronie's disease.
Jeez.
That is absolutely the worst thing you could ever listen to in your life if you're a male. Like, it talks about penile fractures, and it's to the point where I almost stopped dead in the middle of the highway because of what they're saying on the radio. And it's like, okay, I can't listen to this. I have to turn it down.
Did they say, does your penis hurt when it gets touched when it's curved?
Oh, no. Yeah, I clench up. When I hear penile fracture, that's a bad feeling.
Yeah, that's a bone you don't want to break.
I think they should combine the Frank Thomas eugenics commercials with Peyronie's disease. Like those two where he's like, she'll like it too. Would be like, she might have an issue with this one.
That one on the golf course.
Oh,
the
so
wife
creepy.
of the
so
guy,
creepy.
The wife
like,
of the guy.
Like Doug Flutie
the
just
wife of the
winking
guy
at the
looks
camera.
like his daughter.
Yeah, those are creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, the one on the golf course, the wife looks like the daughter. When he looks like this guy's daughter when he says, and she'll like it too. And I'm like,
and I don't think there's
that girl's like 20 years younger than him.
I don't think there's any 20-something-year-old woman who's gonna be like, oh my God, is that Frank Thomas? Like, I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm underestimating the baseball knowledge of Gen Z. But I don't think anyone's. Oh my God, Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas.
Right.
More like the big hurt, more like the big hug. It's like, oh.
It's so true. What women like? Listen, there are a lot of iconic sports people in the country.
Yeah.
But my wife couldn't pick Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie out of a lineup.
I think I would recognize Doug Flutie just because, you know, New England,
Flutie
I grew up
Flakes.
in that area. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I
Flutie
grew
Flakes.
up in that area, so you know. But
Yeah.
If you grew up in upstate New York,
yep.
and are in your 40s, you might recognize Doug Flutie.
Wait, are you from upstate New York?
No, I'm from
Oh, okay.
Connecticut,
I am
but
from
I'm
upstate,
northeast.
Yeah, same thing.
We got all kinds of things in common today. AAD, bringing people together. Let's talk a little bit about the stat boosts. I want to talk about them just briefly. I know we're kind of rounding the corner at the end of the hour, but let's talk a little bit briefly about some of the stat boosts. They were Huntress, Captain Cold, Black Manta, and Owlman. And which one of those stat boosts benefited the most, do you guys think?
Well, I know what Biff wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Manta,
yeah.
Manta, I gave him and this is what I told the community because everyone asked me my thoughts on his stat boost the second it came out. And I was like, dude, it's raids. If you think I'm testing new characters like during raids, like I'm just trying to not want to poke my own eyes out this weekend. So I haven't really tested Manta. I played him once because I ran into an Aquaman Barda team, which that's just
It's a
good
rare
times.
bird in today's age.
Oh, that's just good
That's like-
times though.
That's like finding Frank Thomas on a golf course.
Oh, and he'll like it too. Because
Frank Thomas.
that's like Manta loves those two because they just melt and it's fun. But like the way I put it to people is the stat boost has to help him immeasurably for people that don't have him RB5. Because me bringing him to RB5 was because he was one of the few characters that benefited from that because he could survive again. He could make it to the point where he could be impactful on a team with healers.
You drop some bleeds on him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, with men's. Anyone with men's, he just crushes. Now, he's still niche. He's still, you don't bring him to a fight that doesn't have someone with men's.
Sure.
But anyone with men's, your L3, L4 Manta that could not survive a sneeze prior probably can now.
Is now his that turn that turns men's into bleeds, is that at the end of his turn or at the end of the enemy's turn? Or the beginning of the enemy's turn?
I think
You
it's
remember?
right at the beginning of the enemy's turn.
Gotcha.
It transforms.
Yeah,
fine
because all of a sudden they just like they get their turn and then they die before they get to go
Oh,
on
nice.
their turn.
Yeah,
Because I wonder if that
So-
would help against Trigon, is what I'm wondering.
potentially.
If he has-
but you'll probably
if he
just
has
throw
men's.
debuffs back to the team.
Yeah, he would have to die probably before he gets
Yeah.
a chance to throw him
He'll
back
have
in.
his
Okay.
death immunity or damage immunity on, and then he'll just
True,
purge
true.
everything.
But
Fucking try
he's
out.
just he's one of those characters that the boost helps. I use the same example of who Sekju mentioned earlier. I just RB5'd is Superboy. John. He's one of those characters that at lower levels is not that viable, but at upper levels he doesn't need a rework. He just needs a stat boost. So if I get John, on top of this as a future stat boost, I already did the stat boost on my own by RB4ing, RB5ing them. And they're awesome characters I use every day. I use Manta and John Kent every day.
Yeah.
I think out of all of the stat boosts that have existed, like every now and again, you'll get 1 month where like one character really benefits from the stat boost. And the other ones are just kind of whatever. I think this month, actually, all 4 characters were very good choices for stat boosts.
Yeah.
Like Owlman is a very potent character when he gets in the mix. Huntress, her kit is still very modern. She is the executioner of the game, and the stat boost just made her more lethal. Captain Cold, I don't know how I feel about him, but he's a special tank character. I don't use him that much, but his kit is good. Bringing up to modern stats is important for him as well. So yeah, all 4 of these characters are good choices, I think, for a stat boost, and that is a rare thing. I think like I was begging them to do Batwoman. I know a lot of people were begging people to do, or them to do Batwoman. Like there was a post on Reddit. I inadvertently did a Tewty tune on her to like kind of, give WB the hint.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
That's not inadvertent, by the way.
Yeah,
that's the opposite.
The opposite of inadvertent. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never
Intentional.
explicitly was like, WB, get your shit together. Let's go. I think I said it once at the beginning of the video. It's like, she'd be a really good candidate for a stat boost. And then I just kept going. So I don't know. I'm hoping that it happens sooner rather than later, because her or Shiva could really benefit from stat boosts.
Yeah, most definitely. I know Batwoman had a solid kit. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
But definitely like just something that would, like if she could one-shot Trigon, that would be such a huge thing. Like the first move, one-shot Trigon, it would just end so many problems.
Yes.
Yeah. But then you would get people complaining that she's OP. So
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Well, you still have so many teams out there running Trigon with Enchantress, so even Shiva would have to still figure out that turn 1 death immunity that the AI always gets. So.
Right.
Yeah. And with Owlman's stat boost, and I'm gonna trigger Biff a little bit, so trigger warning here. Was Owlman at one point, I think he was considered on the quote unquote raid essentials list. With his stat boost, does he then again become viable for raids?
To a degree. I don't think he's like the top tier.
No.
But he can be helpful for sure.
Right. But you wouldn't call him essential, is what I'm saying.
No, probably not essential.
Well, by the way, we never did.
I know that. I know that.
Even a ways back, he was
He's
never on our
raid
list.
helpful. He's raid helpful.
He is helpful,
if you don't have, I guess if you're still struggling with the evading raid bosses, then yes, he would be raid helpful.
He could be essential for the Scarecrow one for sure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We also haven't had I think we went from the questions bug 2 months in a row to Dawnstar's bug. So it's like it'll be easier to tell when we don't have bugs, But this month, I mean, Retpmus was saying how we ran the same team for every single one. So
I'm actually excited about this little snippet here of bug fixes, these little 4 bugs. I was like, if they just do 4 bugs a month, that's a lot more than they have ever done.
Right.
And these bugs that they gave us, the Enchantress, the Mary, the Indigo, the Huntress, those were all bugs that kind of mattered to those characters to a degree, at least. So I mean, Indigo, no one uses her, but I have Mary RB5, and I was very happy to see that bug was fixed. I also have Enchantress RB5, and a lot of people still use Huntress to a degree.
Yeah.
So those were good choices to do. So if they just do little, 4 bugs a month, I'm very stoked about that.
Yeah, and I would say the Enchantress one, I don't know if you agree with this, Tewty, but I it feels like she works better when you're playing with her after that bug fix.
100%.
Yeah, it's a tangible feeling that tune is better.
I was very, very pleased when I saw that, because I was like, my Enchantress fucking kicks dick right now. She
and by the way,
he doesn't like it too.
Yeah. hot take on bug fixes is just the fact that they're addressing stuff on Mary Shazam. That's screams at least that they're paying attention, because that's not the outcry from the community.
Right.
So some people will be like, why you freaking fix Mary Shazam? Who gives a shit? But at the same time, I look at it through the positive side and say, boy, they're paying attention to characters that are not part of the outcry, that are bugged and need to be fixed as well.
I wish they would fix Mr. Freeze's that true sight that's supposed to apply.
No, it doesn't apply?
It applies half the time, but it's supposed to be every single time it applies. But for some reason, that's been broken forever.
Oh, weird.
And then when they even the stat, and then I think they messed up his stat boost. I don't know if they fixed that ever, but
I think there's 2 philosophies.
His stat nerf. That was his stat nerf.
Right.
I think there was 2 philosophies that they have. They'll pull up the list of all the bugs in the game, and they either just randomly point and say, let's fix this one, or they're like, or
They throw
Low-hanging
darts at
fruit.
it.
Yeah.
exactly,
Low-hanging
or it's
fruit.
like,
See,
which one?
Retmus, I was being positive, and you just
No, it's
dragged
like-
it back down.
Like that episode of South Park when they cut the head off the chicken and wherever it lands, like
That's
that's
what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, yeah, they put them all on piece of paper on the floor, whichever one the rooster shits on. That's the one.
there it is.
That's the one that they do.
Or they're like, which one's the absolute easiest one to do?
Rooster
Yeah.
slash programmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is Bizarro World. I'm being positive. Retmus is poo-pooing it.
He's tired after 14 hours of raiding. Cut him some slack.
This is the real Retmus. Retmus on Red Bull.
Monsters.
Monsters. Well, all right. I'm looking at the ticking clock, and it looks like we're almost out of time. So maybe we'll just kind of take this around the horn and get the last word. And we'll start with Mr. Positivity, Retmus. Why don't you take us to church, pal?
Positivity, huh? I don't know.
We had a good raid, dude.
We had a good raid. Yeah.
Yes.
Talk about
that. Yes, we had a good raid, and everybody did awesome. Teammates all tagged up with each other, to take characters down to help out when needed, as usual, and that just shows, true teamwork. And I really think stuff really just comes down to a lot of influencers, where people get caught in this trap, if you will, to where they always have to worry so much, or overthink things too much by other people's opinions, when it really comes down to only your opinion really matters when it has to deal with you. So don't worry about what other people like. If you like Joker Damaged Goods and that's your favorite character and you want to RB5 him, you RB5 him and you play that character, you enjoy it. It's just we've got so much stuff here, and you don't have to go by what everybody else out there says. Do what makes you happy, because a lot of times that's what the word regret comes into play. You'll do stuff because you're a follower and you just do exactly what someone else does, and then later you regret it and you're like, man, I wish I would have did this instead. Just do what makes you happy and you will be happy. If you're always doing what everybody else wants, you're just copying. So
Yeah. Don't be a copycat. That's the lesson learned here, folks.
yeah.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah. And if you like German porn, you watch that damn shit.
You own it. Right.
Get your Superman bombshell skin and watch some German porn.
Oh boy. Well, thank you very much, Retmus. We appreciate you. Biff, tell us like it is, pal.
Well, I mean, and by the way, two of the people that are the epitome of what Retmus said are on this call, and Tewty and Miss Junk, who just they stick by their guns, exactly who they want to upgrade and all of that, and me to a lesser extent than them, in doing a lot of lower, tiered characters. But yeah, no, you stole mine earlier, AB, by bringing up the Royal Rumble. I was going to thank you for your time last night. We had an absolute blast just chatting during watching the Royal Rumble, and that's what this community and team is all about. Is we have a lot of fun together. I know a lot of times, especially on a raid weekend, we're not exactly loving every click of the phone, but what keeps it fun is all of you. So thank you. One thing I was thinking about the other day, I was listening to someone talk about, a few of the owls retiring and things like that. And, we've had our own retirements over the years, but I can tell you in this recent downswing of DCL, guess how many people AAD has lost during the last 5 months? And then the number is 0.
Lost one.
So oh no, you AB.
Right.
Sorry,
I'm one.
But you're still part of the community, though.
I am.
But you're
Yeah.
largely forgettable, I guess.
I know. Yeah, that's me.
No,
AB who?
Yeah, exactly. No, but just saying we haven't. I think it just speaks to the team part of it, that we haven't had this huge exodus.
Yeah.
And by the way, you didn't exit.
No. Why
you
would
are
I?
here. You are in the forefront. You are in our alliance chat. And I had someone approach me a few months ago, and I actually begged him not to, consider retirement because he's one of my favorite alliance mates. He said he was considering it, and he asked me, can I stay on our chat if I retire from the game? And I said, yes, but I don't want you to retire from the game. was my answer. I said, you've built a position here, and he knows he's listening, and he knows who I'm talking to. Will always be a member of our team, whether they play the game or not, just like AB. So thank you.
AB, I miss all those line points that you always used to get us, though.
Yeah, I'm a heavy hitter, right? Lifting those rocks. Give me a break.
By the way, we have people that we had to drop yesterday based on that alliance bug.
Oh yeah.
That have more alliance points than AB had in his lifetime right now.
Rub it in, man.
Well, I think you hovered around what, 3,000?
On a good day.
He was the founding member.
Yeah.
He was the founder. And by the way, let me just throw this out as a negative since I've been so positive today. That bug that you got to drop people and reapply is bullshit.
Yeah, that's hard.
Figure it out, people. Because we just had Bullvine, who is our all-time leader in alliance points, over 200,000.
That's so
like the only one that was so far ahead of even me, Witty, Sekju, like who were there from the beginning. Like we had like a 1 year head start on him, and he was still 100,000 ahead of us. And we just had to boot him and just reset his numbers. And
that sucks. You work hard for
and
that.
every time they have to reapply, I say, hey, listen, I see you have 0 alliance points. Tewty is not going to be happy. You better get after it. That's what I tell everyone after they reapply.
That bug throws me off every month because it's happened to me pretty much every month the last 3 months, and every time I'm like, oh, it's probably just because the game just updated or some shit, and I just have to wait for it to download or something, and I wait a full 24 hours before I realize, oh shit, I just need to get kicked out, and then I'm back in. I waste a whole day of raid.
It's stupid.
And that's what happened this month. I was so pissed at myself. It's I didn't get to hit any alliance bosses really this month because I didn't realize that I needed to get kicked out of the fucking game. I was sitting there waiting for the game to just get finished updating. And I was like, oh shit, I could have gotten it 19 hours ago.
It's a stupid bug, and it seems like it's easily like that. I don't know. I'm not a programmer. But it seems silly that you have a bug. You want to talk about fixing Mary Shazam? How about we fix a bug that doesn't allow people to log in?
Yeah,
that seems like a pretty important one.
That's too hard. That's why I told you they pick the easy ones.
Low hanging fruit. Always
That's
get them.
it.
Goddamn shitting rooster.
The easy win.
Shitting
Let's go for the
rooster.
easy win today so we can tell everybody we fixed all this.
Don't blame Doug, okay,
Right.
on that one. All right, you can't blame the shitting rooster.
I know it's usually Steve's fault, but
Yeah.
I was trying to blame someone else today.
Today it's Doug.
Today is Doug.
We got. By the way, if there's a Doug, that's fucking awesome because it means we have 2 devs.
Yeah, but they don't work together.
Yeah.
One leaves, the other one comes in.
They share the
breaks
same
it, then the other one
cuticle?
comes in
Oh,
and
so
fixes
what you're saying is they're not Hawk and Doug?
Oh my god.
My Lord Almighty. Oh my God. Biff, you have anything else to say, pal?
No, I've said enough today. I've been goofy today. Sorry, folks.
No, you're all good. We love it, buddy. Thank you so much, and we love you. Tewty, give us your last word, pal.
All right. The theme of my last word is go suck a dick. And I say that in the best way. Most of the time when someone tells you go suck a dick, they're like, yo, fuck off. But right now, I want you to think of it in a positive light, okay? Someone in your life deserves to get their dick sucked, and You absolutely should go out and be that person today. And you can think about it figuratively if you want to. You don't have to have cum on your face to make somebody happy. Okay? All you gotta maybe go buy them a coffee. You know, that's like metaphorically sucking someone's dick a little bit. You're edging them as much as you can, and that's fine. But like, somebody deserves a win today. Go be that win supplier. Go suck somebody's dick today. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Can I get mine sucked?
Oh,
That is
you and me both, buddy. We can trade
that
blowjobs
is
if you want.
strong. That is a strong finish.
That's what they always tell me.
No disappointed customers yet.
By the way, just for all of you that just got finished listening to like the tier list episode from WROL, you don't get that shit here. You this place is special.
It's special. That it is. Well, thank you very much, Tewty. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Sekju, tell us what's going down, pal.
I was just thinking when Tewty was talking about coffee, getting somebody coffee, like metaphorically sucking their dick. You know, when I was in high school, they called that paying for the Coke, but my naive ass thought like Coca-Cola. Why the fuck would you give somebody suck their dick for a Coke? And then I was like, oh, cocaine. You know, I needed to get to college before I realized it was cocaine. But yeah. I don't know. I kind of lost. I don't even know what I want to say for a final thought. You know, be well.
You're just thinking of something else. That's
Yeah.
all.
I mean, between the
thinking.
German porn on your computer and the coffee dick sucking and roosters shitting everywhere, I don't know. But I just, I don't know. I hope as we come out of this raid and we head into our next siege, which thank God we have a break before the next goddamn siege starts. So enjoy that week in between. You know, test out the new tunes, test out the, well, I guess you won't be really testing out the new tunes other than the ones that buy those packs, but at least test out the reworks, see if you can have some fun working them in against the meta. You know, don't be afraid to lose because it's just rates, so who gives a fuck? Go lose some matches and try some different shit out and have some fun. So, you know, everybody I talked to said last week we were overwhelmingly negative. So let's spice it up and be positive. Let's go have fun with our rosters. And who gives a shit if you lose? It's only Wraith. It doesn't fucking matter. If you get more Cheshire shards, you're just contributing to the problem anyway. So fuck off.
Yeah.
But
Positivity.
But enjoy your games,
Positivity.
everybody. Just remember it's a game and you should be enjoying it more than anything. And if you know, there is joy in losing sometimes too. It's like, oh shit, that didn't go right, but that was still fun.
Yeah,
Do
that's
what
right.
makes you happy.
That's right.
Right.
Sekju. Mandatory fun. Damn it. Get out there and
That's
enjoy the
it.
game. All right.
God damn it.
Damn it all. Thank you very much, Sekju. Much appreciated. All right. Miss Junk, any last words?
Sure. I was just gonna say, if you are a guy and you really want to get your dick sucked, maybe shower and clean it. That's all I'm gonna say. If your ball sack smells like salt and vinegar potato chips, and you really like, no, it's not gonna happen. It's just, you know, just don't come back from the gym asking to get your dick sucked. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in love with that answer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like, what is this? This isn't Zwei Frauen ein Tass. So, you know, you really have to.
I'm a big believer that sex should be at the beginning of the date, not the end, because by
There
the
we
end
go,
of the
there we
date,
go.
your Gucci is so sweaty already.
Exactly.
You've been walking around downtown, you know, looking at beautiful views together, being all romantic and shit, and your gooch is just drenched. So
Yeah, it's not a good look, you know.
fuck before
it's
the
just-
date.
Exactly. You like dress them up, make them appear, you know.
Do a little airline strip with your pubes, you know, make it look pretty.
What about
Right,
the winter
exactly.
time? I mean, winter, it shouldn't be that sweaty in the winter time.
Right.
Oh no, honey, it gets worse. There's layers.
Yeah, you have layers, you know, maybe like
Pack the scent
Uh,
in.
put like a little like
The must.
a little scarf of like a fabric softener down there to
There you
keep
go.
it
Right.
fresh and clean.
Wally, they,
Oh, I
Wally,
love
they
that
call
idea.
that South Dakota drenched.
Ooh.
In the middle of the winter.
I'm a sweaty boy.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now,
I like to take a shower before and after.
there you
There
go.
you go. Perfect.
Now, I wear that underwear that has the pouch to keep everything like square in there. Is that a count? Is that like a package present? Is like a present? Like,
Wait, a
pacha,
pouch
there
on
it
the
is.
outside or inside?
On
Is
the
it like
inside,
those Duluth
hopefully.
ones that have the little nutsack.
Yeah,
Is that what
they
you're
have a
talking
little
about?
fucking thing there. A little.
I've been wanting to try
Dude.
those. I haven't gotten around
Dude,
to it, but they
She'll
do
like
look
it.
tempting.
And she'll like it too.
They're life. Yeah. No, they're life changing. Very, very much so. I love them. I can't live without them now. I don't. They're like $30 a fucking pair. So I went out and bought like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pairs. I didn't care. They were that fucking comfortable.
If only Tapjoy had an offer for him.
I know. Ball sack underwear would be great. I would come back to the game if Tapjoy had an offer for ball sack underwear, just to get some ball sack
Keep an eye out
underwear.
for that one
There
now.
it is.
Right?
There
We
you
need
go.
to
And
put
you'd
it-
have it like a little lavender satchel, you know?
Yeah. I've got one that has like a hot dog on the front. I've got one that has like an American eagle on the front. They're great.
Okay, you guys got to stop. I'm writing down all these lines for the show write up, and I have way too much content right now.
Oh Lord.
Lavender satchel.
Oh my Lord.
Like a potpourri, you know?
Is that all, Miss Junk? Or do you have anything else
Is
to add?
that,
No?
Yeah, that's enough. Thank
Well,
you.
I was going to
Thank
say,
you.
was the lavender satchel like another scenting suggestion from
Yeah.
men that want their dick
Exactly.
sucked? Like
I'm just-
a
I'm
little
just
bit
saying.
of lavender never hurts, you know?
I'm just saying, yeah, you know, maybe burn some sage down there before you're ready to
Right.
go, you know?
Stuff a pine cone down there.
Demons out.
Ow.
Oh my God. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Junk. Wally. Witty still says Stripe sucks. Any last words?
That bitch. God damn it, Witty. No, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's great to be with you guys. Great to talk with you guys about this game that we all love and loathe all at the same time. Yeah, just to piggy off the theme, it's fun to do what you want to do, and life will be better when you do it. That's it.
I agree, buddy. I agree. And with that, we will draw this program to a close. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, atlantisafterdark.com. Grab some cool swag from our merch store. Get on Discord and talk directly with us. And then hit that subscribe button on YouTube because you know you want to. For Biff, for Retpmus, for Sekju, Tewty, and DCL Junk, and for Wallyball, we'll see you all right here next time for another fantabulous episode of Double AD. I can't fucking talk. So long, everybody.